I don't know what it was exactly about him, but the second he sat down at the bar, my stomach dropped. I've been bartending for years, and I've dealt with everything from loud drunks to flirty creeps to people who just needed someone to talk to. But this guy, there was something else going on. He wasn't slurring his words. He wasn't loud. He was calm, too calm. Every word he said felt heavy, like it was coated in something rotten. He looked around the place like he already knew it, even though I'd never seen him before. I remember the way the stool creaked when he sat down. That sound still echoes in my mind. He ordered a beer and started talking right away without me even asking. Said he used to live in the area, but he moved to the state capital decades ago, back in the 70s or 80s. Now every July he comes back to visit for exactly 1 week. His voice was slow, measured, like he was trying to hypnotize me with his words. I tried to act casual, keep the usual bartender banner going, but I couldn't shake the bad feeling in my chest. My instincts were screaming, and I've learned to trust them. 10 minutes in, and I already wanted him gone. He talked about growing up here, about how different the town used to be, about his family. Then without warning, he reached into a large, wrinkled manila envelope and pulled out stacks of photos. I instantly felt my body tighten. Something was telling me, don't look, but I did. I smiled politely and braced myself. The first photo was kind of goofy, an AI-generated image of a cat surfing. He laughed way too hard at it. Then the rest came out and my heart sank. Dozens of AI-generated photos of women, all dressed in revealing clothes. Celebrities mostly, in those tiny Daisy Duke shorts and tight tops. He flipped through them like they were baseball cards, holding each one up to show me like I was supposed to admire them. I forced a laugh and said something like, "Wow, tech really makes those look real, huh?" But my throat was dry and my hands felt cold. Then came one that was real. A photo of a woman he said he watches on YouTube. "She's beautiful, isn't she?" he said, practically whispering. "She looks so young. That's why I love her channel." He leaned in a bit closer. "Can you believe she's in her 30s? I felt my stomach turn. I'm around that age and I look younger than I am. The way he said it, it felt directed, like he was seeing something in me that he saw in her. I started backing away, pretending to clean glasses, hoping he'd take the hint. The kitchen staff clocked out, and suddenly it was just me and the owner in the building. He was tucked away in the office doing paperwork, unaware that I felt like I was standing in a nightmare. I walked back there and told him something wasn't right about the guy. He didn't hesitate, said the cooks had noticed him too, and one of our co-workers had seen him outside the night before, just standing around. He told me to let him know if anything else happened and thanked me for saying something. When I returned to the bar, the old man was still there, flipping through his photos like a kid with a favorite toy. "Oh, I can't show you these," he said suddenly. "The girls in these are only wearing their panties. Some aren't wearing anything at all." He looked me straight in the eye when he said it, like he was daring me to react. I didn't. I just turned around and started wiping down the counter, trying to hide the panic I felt rising in my chest. Then he started talking again about that YouTube woman, about how young and innocent she looked. He repeated himself a few times, like he was savoring the words. "She reminds me of a teenager," he said softly. "That's why I like her so much." My blood ran cold. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I gave short, robotic answers, just trying to get to closing time. I kept checking the clock. 15 minutes, 10, 5. Eventually, all the other patrons left. It was just him. I told him we were closing and that he should start getting his things together. Instead, he stared down at the photos again, quiet for a moment. Then he said, like it was nothing, "You know why I moved to the capital? I didn't want to. I was told to leave." I froze, pretending to stack glasses, barely breathing. "The court told me to go," he added. "It was a long time ago. I did something breast-related, to a girl." I felt ice rush through my body. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to say anything. He kept going. "She told the teacher, said I did something. I don't think I did, but nobody believed me. They sent me away." He paused, looked at me, and smiled faintly. I hated her for years. Then I found out she had special needs. Poor girl. Probably didn't even know what she was saying. I wanted to run. I wanted to scream. But all I could do was smile and say, "Well, I hope your trip has been good. Have a safe ride home." He slowly packed up his things as if he had all the time in the world. I walked to the front of the bar to lock the door behind him once he left. He stood there taking one slow step at a time toward me. Every step felt like a warning. I called my husband and put my phone in my pocket just in case. I could barely hear the sound of my own breathing over my heartbeat. The owner came out and turned off half the lights, finally noticing how tense I was. I looked at the man and said one last time, "It's time to go now. Take care." As he stepped out the door, he stopped, turned back slowly, and for the first time all night, he looked me straight in the eye. His gaze was sharp and cold. "I'll probably be back tomorrow to see you," he said softly. "I don't leave town until Sunday." The next day, I walked into work and told everyone what had happened. We laughed about it because we had to. Sometimes laughter is the only way to break the tension in your chest. I told them if he came back, I'd card him to get his name. Just a name. That's all I wanted. My coworker overheard and said, "Oh, I know his first name. He told me outside last night." That night, he didn't come back. Some of the guys walked the women out to our cars just to be safe. But even once I got home, I couldn't let it go. I sat on my couch, laptop on my knees, and started digging. I searched through mugshots, filtered by first names, scrolled through faces until there he was. Same eyes, same smile. My hands started to shake. I clicked on the photo and a news article popped up. Back in the 90s, he was the prime suspect in a murder case. A woman had been killed, and the only DNA found at the scene matched him. He was sent to prison. But after some legal battles and another round of testing, he was released. Something about a technicality, something about mental health and retesting the evidence. The case went cold. He walked free. But it didn't stop there. I found Reddit threads, dozens of them, women in the Capitol talking about the same man, the same photos, the same creepy conversations, the same stories, over and over, like he had a script he followed. Some posts were from moms talking about how he creeped on them when they were young. Some were from their daughters saying it was happening again. I couldn't sleep that night. I still can't sleep, right? I'm not even sure if it's fear or rage that keeps me up. Maybe both. I had one encounter with this man, and it shook me to my core. And there are girls out there who see him regularly, who might not know what he is. I wish I had never talked to him. I wish I had trusted that bad feeling the second he walked in. I wish I had never been on shift that night. But the worst part, the absolute worst part, is that when he looked at me before walking out, a part of me knew he meant it. I think he really is coming back. And next time, I won't just be scared.